Kayaking in Halong Bay, a cinematic journey through stone and sea. The sun had barely begun its slow climb above the horizon when the water of Halong Bay stirred with a soft shimmer of gold. The world was quiet, so quiet that even the gentle dip of a paddle felt like a sacred sound. I slid into the kayak as mist drifted across the bay like a curtain rising on a grand stage. Towering limestone pillars emerged from the haze, their ancient faces carved by time, wind, and sea. It felt less like entering a landscape and more like stepping into a legend. The first stroke of the paddle cut through water smooth as glass, and the adventure began. The bay stretched endlessly ahead, a maze of emerald channels winding between jungle-covered casts. Some cliffs rose hundreds of feet straight out of the sea, their vertical walls draped in vines and small trees clinging impossibly to the rock. Each paddle stroke pulled me deeper into this floating labyrinth. Seabirds wheeled overhead, their cries echoing across the stone towers. Somewhere in the distance, a fishing boat's motor hummed faintly, but here, among the hidden corridors of the bay, there was only the rhythm of water and breath. I turned into a narrow passage between two towering cliffs. The sunlight dimmed as the rock faces closed in, their shadows stretching across the water like silent guardians. Then the passage opened into something extraordinary, a hidden lagoon, encircled completely by cliffs. The water inside was still and luminous. Mangrove roots curled into the water like ancient fingers. Tiny fish darted beneath the kayak, flashing silver in the sunlight filtering through the opening above. The silence was immense. It was the kind of silence that makes you whisper even when you're alone. I drifted slowly across the lagoon, letting the current guide the kayak. High above, monkeys moved along the cliffside trees, rustling leaves and occasionally pausing to watch the lone traveler gliding below. For a moment, it felt as though time had stopped here centuries ago, but the bay had more stories to tell. Paddling onward, I followed a natural tunnel carved through the limestone, a sea cave where the ceiling dipped low and the air cooled instantly. Water droplets fell from stalactites, each one echoing softly in the cavern. The kayak glided through the darkness and then light. On the other side of the cave, Halong Bay revealed itself again in full majesty. Hundreds of casts stretched across the horizon like a petrified dragon rising from the sea. Their jagged silhouettes stood against the brightening sky, while traditional wooden junks sailed slowly between them, their crimson sails glowing in the morning sun. It was easy to understand why local legends say dragons created this place. As the day warmed, floating fishing villages appeared, clusters of colorful houses resting gently on the water. Fishermen repaired nets while children paddled small boats between homes, laughing and racing across the calm bay. Life here moved with the tide. A woman in a bamboo boat waved as I passed. Nearby, a fisherman lifted a net from the water, glistening with the day's catch. The smell of salt, wood smoke, and sea air mixed together. By afternoon, the sunlight painted the cliffs in deep shades of green and gold. Shadows stretched across the water as the kayak traced one last winding route through the stone giants. Paddling became meditation. Left-right water ripples spreading outward like quiet applause. As the sun began its descent, the bay transformed again. The limestone towers turned into silhouettes against a sky burning with orange and crimson. The water reflected it all like a living mirror, doubling the beauty in every direction. I stopped paddling, the kayak drifted, and for a few perfect minutes, Halong Bay felt like the center of the world. No crowds, no rush, just ancient stone, endless sea, and a traveler small enough to witness it all. As the last light faded behind the casts, the bay slowly slipped back into its evening mist, guarding its secrets until the next dawn. And somewhere between the rhythm of the paddle and the whisper of the waves, one truth became clear. Some places you visit, but Halong Bay is a place you enter, and it stays with you long after the water goes still.